So, welcome back to part 7, Act 7 of our PoE play session. So, let's go ahead and just start. We're talking to all the NPCs with that little like exclamation mark above their head. So we can start. You don't actually have to start any of the quests. It's not like the quest won't like be active if you don't, but I go ahead and just do it anyways. I'm not up to that just yet. So I don't know. I'll do one of these real quick just to see kind of how the difficulty is. Let's see what the rewards, because I'm guessing it could sort it by your level, it could sort it by what act you're in, and so I'm trying to give you like feedback on when is it good to do the brand new mechanic for the league. And I want to say it was okay the last time, like since we have like the tier 2 of the upgrade, that's good, but we have to find and defeat 3 disease sacred trees to bring an early winter. Like a diseased tree? I know we found one of the trees before, and I think that was the boss. And so I have to find 3 of those, and those were quite rare, so I don't know if we can activate something to higher our chances of getting those trees to spawn in, because I believe that was one of the unique monsters that we fought. But I'm going to do 1 per act at least, just so we can get an idea. But as far as loot goes on here, nothing. But there could be a very specific thing, and I'll teach you guys this if I find out via another YouTuber or via like some sort of like guide on Reddit. Because I have no idea how we're supposed to spawn in some of like the bosses. 3 diseased trees. Okay. So we can go inside or we can stay outside against these guys. Just keep on going. The thing with lightning damage is sometimes you can do like 0 damage and other times you'll hit really hard. And the reason why is just how lightning works. It's the least consistent form of damage, but it can hit really hard. There's a really cool thing towards the higher side of the tree. It used to be actually lower. They moved it. It would make it so your non-crits on lightning damage would roll twice and take the best results. It's called Lucky. Lucky is what it's called. But that thing has been removed, sadly. Something good drop, maybe. An orb of binding, okay. See if maybe one of these has some good stats. Nope. 10%. Nope. I'm not sacrificing any movement speed. Unless it had like triple resistances, movement speed, life, and it was like 1% off or something. Like from what we got. Like, I don't like giving up movement speed. So over in this area, this is kind of like the hub. Kind of would like to get that waypoint if possible. Here's a item. This is for another quest. So we can deliver the locket to Whalem. This is the silver locket. This is just for another reward. This one's not really important to do. Let's see if it is actually in the middle. For the waypoint. Really, we just got that unlucky? Maybe down here. Okay. No waypoints though. Alright, it's gotta be somewhere over here. So this mechanic is Abyss. Basically, you find this little green thing and you kind of chase it around, and monsters come out, and sometimes you can open up a cave at the very end. It can give you some rewards. There's only really like one good like item in it. It's pretty bad, to be honest, like to do it. Like you can follow it if you want to, but that's that mechanic. I guess we can just get to the next area. It's fine. This area we absolutely want. I just wanted this one if we could get it, so I don't have to go. We didn't get the broken bridge one, so. But the crossroads one, we absolutely want this one because it's kind of like the hub area of Act 7. Should be able to just follow like the broken path and we'll find it. Okay, here we go. Here's the path. Could be maybe over here. Yeah, we definitely want the waypoint here. Here we go. There's see where the path kind of is. So over here, you have like so many options on which area that you may want to go for first. It's just so many different zones. So we're gonna go to the Felshire Ruins. So there's the crypt in this area. So we're gonna do this one first because we found it first. So in this area, we want to do the Crypt Trial of Ascendancy. And we're going to follow the path once again. A lot of times you can just kind of follow the path and it'll lead you there, except for this one's going to lead us to eventually towards the castle. And then we can also get our second Trial of Ascendancy done in the next part, the Crypt. We're almost done with the game. So there we go. Solve the Trial of Ascendancy in the area. We also have to find the map, but we're going to have to get to the next one for that. So there's an area here. I guess we can just do this real quick. See if we see it on the way. The map in the crypt. Oh, what is it? Scroll of Wisdoms. Oh, okay, class blood bulb. That's for the flasks. What that will provide for us is additional flask duration in most circumstances. So we're gonna get the Maligrous map, but we're still not done because we still need to get the Trial of Ascendancy in this area. I think it's going to be this way, but yeah, okay. It's going to be this way to go back. So we still want to do the Trial of Ascendancy, and I don't think it's in this area where like, ooh, as in it's not going to be in the area that has the map. "15 move speed." Nope, I'm not taking it because we got 20 right now. The Trial of Ascendancy should be somewhere in here. Then once we get this area done, we're going to go back to the crossroads. Okay, here it is. Yep. There's switches. Like I said, most of the switches do nothing. And once we're at level 50, if you want to get the easiest lab completions, you can get this item called Immortal Flesh, and it just makes the entire, like, damage like a joke. Nice. Now we have one more to do. Crafting recipe. So the next one is going to be in the, we gotta go back. So that was the Crypt Trial done. Now we're gonna get the next one done in the Chamber of Sins. We can also deliver this to Waylem. We just got it. It doesn't really matter. It gives you a flask. Which flask would I want? We already have the other. We can go for a diamond flask if we want to, or we can go for sulfur flask for more damage. This also creates consecrated ground, so it can give us extra heals. So it's like actually not that bad on bosses. We can grab it. I'm usually not even using more than one potion anyways, so we'll just keep the one that has the most numbers. We're good. So this is reduced duration, but it has increased effect. Okay. All right. So what do we want next? I actually kind of want more HP, and there are several different routes we can take. So there's this one over here that can give us increased life, and it also gives us spell suppression. This area is okay too. Like going honestly over here is not bad because it gives you just increased damage. It also gives you intelligence, and then you get increased dex and intelligence over there because it's going to require you to get a pretty good amount of int if you want to do the teleport stuff and have like a better cooldown. But this one is pretty good too. In fact, like you can go and grab like most of these nodes if you want to go this route, or you can go over here and grab the evasion mastery, and this one will give you extra HP and evasion. This is more like damage here, but there are like a bunch of life nodes, and we can grab those eventually as well. But for now, I'm going to actually push for this. And we can actually go down this route. So I'm going to get this one next instead of going over here, because eventually I wouldn't mind grabbing this set of elemental nodes. Would be good to have. Okay, so we'll go ahead and upgrade that. Because we still haven't really actually scaled that much damage for our character. We just got like the additional arrows, which definitely helps out for clear speed. And if we get any cluster jewels, I'm just going to list them for 1 chaos or myself. But again, if you're a brand new player, you may not have a premium stash tab. But I would say if you really are interested in this game and you like it so far, if you want to spend $1, like it literally costs $1. It should be free though to get what's called a premium stash tab. Otherwise, you're like listing out like your item on forums, and it's not going to go. But if too many people whisper you immediately, that means your item is priced too cheap. All right, but let's go ahead and continue. We're going to go back to the crossroads. And keep pushing. Can actually go to the top.
I'm not up to that just yet.
Hello, Papa. We're glad players are having fun this Diablo and have no plans to nerf it. It's probably the best joke you've heard. I mean, they only nerfed one thing, right? So now we're looking for the Chamber of Sins from the crossroads. And we're going to get the ability to put in the map. And at level 2 is where the Trial of Ascendancy is. But yeah, what did they nerf, Lapa? They only nerfed Melted Heart of Slig to my knowledge, but if they nerfed something else, I'm not aware of it. Unless you're talking about them nerfing the Abattoir of Zir, the new content, like just came out. But that's like nerfing the game in a. Oh, some of these contracts they might be able to be sold. Oh, it doesn't even scan it. There's some for maybe 1 chaos, but usually they're better just to run yourself. They're just like these little like areas where you just run in and then you get some sort of reward at the end. The eel skin boots. Let's see if they're any good. Nope. And Chamber Sins level 1. We're looking for level 2. There's also like a map device at some point in here. And we can put that Maligro's map that we got from the Crypt, we can put it in here and we can actually activate it. And this is basically the form of endgame. Make sure you get the waypoint over here. You can talk to him if you want to, but it's going to give you a key. So I have to find Maligro while we're going to fight the boss over here. I'm just going to keep on going. We find the boss. So this is kind of how the endgame system works. You throw in a map, but it might have some modifiers, maybe some buffs for your character, maybe some nerfs. Buffs are usually just like more item quantity. It's not like gonna be like, think of this kind of like a Nightmare Dungeon in Diablo. The Nightmare Dungeon is kind of like a Path of Exile map system, although I think Path of Exile's maps are way better. Like honestly, doing the Nightmare Dungeons for me at this point, after playing so much, it's kind of painful. Whereas maps, I never really get too tired of maps in Path of Exile. Sometimes there's like a really good map that you can do. But you get to see which map that you're going in, you get to see all of the things, and I feel like it's a lot more rewarding because you can also like curate your endgame experience to engage in a certain mechanic, whether it's like the Delirium, like the Fog War area, where you get a bunch of like loot at the very end where you get the rewards. You can do that. You can do the essences. You can kind of choose the end game, and I think that's the really nice thing with Path of Exile that I hope Diablo is able to catch up on. Oh my gosh, her damage is crazy good. So with Maligro over here, he kind of just teleports around. He's not particularly super hard. We haven't even really taken any damage now. Okay, great. Now we got the Black Venom. And so now we're going to go back to the Chamber of Sins. And we're going to give him the Black Venom. He's going to give us the key. And we take the key to get to the next level of Chamber of Sins. There's like a little like purple force field. And it goes away when you throw in the key. Alright. the druid and rogues isn't fun in AOZ. I think rogue can compete. I haven't really seen like a really good druid build, but sometimes it comes down to like you gotta just figure out the right build. I think pulverized druid's like pretty solid, but like I want to play shred, but I don't want to play the poison version. Oh, we got frozen. Almost ripped. Almost. Resummon our Ice Golem. On the top left, you'll see the Ice Golem's HP. That's the red bar. That extra regen. Nice. So we have another Gwen, and I'm going to skip out on this one. I'll show you guys what this thing does. Like, you can choose your endgame experience, and that's another form of endgame content. But in the very beginning, it's not really worth doing it. So in the Chamber Sins level 2, we are specifically looking for the Trial of Ascendancy. Hopefully we can find it soon, because I don't want to walk all the way back. And it's going to be the other way back. I think I see it with the book over there. Alright, now we have this like restoration thing. Some of these timed cranks, they actually do matter. You have to be fast. There we go. And we are done.
There is a fine line between consideration and hesitation. The former is wisdom. The latter is fear.
Some of the quotes are actually pretty cool when you actually listen to it. But now we're going to go all the way around over here. Go to this little hidden passageway where the little exclamation mark is. So from the Chamber of Sins, we open up the little secret passage, and we're going to go to the Den. And this is where, pretty soon we'll be doing the Queen of Despair. Is this killing all of them? Oh, it's getting pretty close. Okay, the second volley usually kills them.
I'm not up to that.
Because the thing is, we still get XP for them just dying, even if they don't die like immediately. Capture the beast. Got a shrine over here. I'm gonna grab that extra armor. I think there's a quest in over here, isn't there? Let's see. Oh, there it is. Great White Bones. There we go. It's a reference to the Great White Beast, I think, that we killed in Act 2. So now we're going to the Ashen Fields. I believe that killing that thing is optional, though. Alright, so now we're in the Ashen Fields.
There's still a chance these fields can heal. If I can put a stop to this.
We're going to find a familiar face over here. So we're going to go from the Ashen Fields to the Forest Encampment. This is where Act 2 used to be. But you can see Groose, he kind of went crazy and he kind of made his own, like, clan. Here he is, Groose, Lord of the Forest. Okay. Then we can exit to the Northern Forest. So it's Master of a Million Faces. And did we do Queen of Despair already? Okay, Tujin. This is the guy that I'm talking about. Okay, so what we're gonna look for is extra currency, and he gives you currency. That's why I like him. Oh, there's a 2-stone ring. We're gonna grab that. So, okay, stacked dex is pretty good, but we have to look at the different mods. So, how this works is you have a hotkey, or you can click on this and you can place these. These make little explosions, and anything that you unearth will have these modifiers. So, like, for example, these don't give flash charges when you slay them. Okay, that's fine. Now, this have increased movement speed, 300% increased rarity. Okay, sure, let's take that one. But if we do this, the hits can't be evaded. That is terrible for a rare weapon. I don't care about a rare weapon. Monster has more life. Okay, sure, we can take that one. They penetrate cold resistances. Okay, I'm done. I have no more. And then once I'm done placing all my little things, it's going to let me click on the explosion, and it's going to spawn all the monsters. Now, sometimes you can actually make the monsters too hard, and the order matters. So I selected divination cards first, because that's what I want to go for. In the chest, that's what we're going to get for some rewards. So stacked decks are usually worth at least 1 chaos orb. And we're also going to get other forms of currency, and we can do this little, like, a haggle system with him. So I think we're done. And now we're going to talk to him, and we're going to do haggle for items. So I'm going to move my face out of the way so you guys can see how it works. So Orb of Regrets, 2 are basically worth a chaos orb. He wants 31 lesser black size. I don't have that. So basically, I'm going to offer him less and see if he accepts it. Now, you can offer him like 1 more each time. Sometimes, though, just as a heads up, if you offer him too little, he will remove the item completely and you can't get it. Like, this one is actually pretty decent. The fusers, if I could get these, I need to do multiple to get these, but sometimes you can get lucky and you can't really offer the same thing. He has some sort of RNG in terms of where he gets placed, but at the moment, I can't really get anything off of him. Realistically, I can try.
Be reasonable.
Okay, there we go. We got something off of that one. So we got, I think, Orbs of Chance. And currently, 9 is worth 1. Somewhere around there, 8 or 9. So if I was to sell all these, I can sell this for 1 Chaos Orb. And our whole goal right now in the very beginning of the game is just to, like, convert everything to Chaos Orbs. If we see a 6-socketed item like this, we can pick it up, and I'll show you what you can do with this. Oh, it's not actually that bad. Unfortunately, that one kind of is our 4-link setup right now. I can move my 4-link over here, but this one doesn't have sockets. So I can see if we can get 3 sockets. We did. Can I live without vitality? Probably. Am I using precision? I'm not even using precision. Okay. So let's go swap these gloves. So right now I need to put Grace over here. I don't think we were using vitality. So I'm just going to put the Mirage Archer, Elemental Damage, Momentum, Lightning Arrow, and we're good. We can get rid of these. Okay, and then we have some boots. Maybe these are going to be an upgrade. We got no movement speed. So anything that's 6 sockets, what we can do, and I'm going to do this right now because I might just forget about it. Sometimes I get distracted. And if we get a 6-socketed, not a 6-link, a 6-link will give you a bunch of fusers. But if I sell this to the vendor, we can get 7 Jeweler's Orbs. That changes the sockets, which is something I just used to facilitate what I needed for that one. Now I can upgrade that one. So if I see in a red, blue, green, I always usually just take those ones. There's like an item. We don't need to actually do the Groose Necklace one. You can't, unfortunately, destroy the item. Let's see if it's good. Nope, it's not good. And if it's not good,
Greetings.
you can sell. Oh, also, if you want to change your hideout, you just talk to her, and you can select all the different hideouts that you'd want. And that's like for the end game. So we got a passive point from Aramir. And let's go ahead and get more evasion, more HP. So our damage is okay right now. And then we have a couple NPCs we can talk to. I just talked to them so it stops having the exclamation mark above their head. How is there a multiple Mirage Archer? Oh, so that is an Ascendancy skill that you can get. Oh, that's already activated. It's weird, it doesn't show in like the buff bar, but we have it activated. We have 10 stacks of it. Yeah, it's a really, really awesome Ascendancy, and I think it's super, super underrated. Okay. Alchemy, nice. So we're going to continue along over here. And what we're we're looking for in the Dread Thicket are these Fireflies. We have to collect, I believe, like 6 or 7 of these things. Oh, we got Rog. Rog is pretty good, but you really have to know what you're doing with him. And it requires an extensive, I mean extensive, like hour plus long to teach you guys how to craft an item, what a prefix, suffix, what the item could roll. It's going to be too much to teach in this. I don't even know the full extent of how to craft god tier items to actually trade with players, but it is another way of making currency in the game for sure. Let's see if this quiver's better. Okay, ooh, we got life. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Physical. Okay, we have one resistance here. We like overcapped. Okay, I'll swap that for the extra life. I think it's worth it.
Good.
Alright, there we go. Queen of Despair. Okay. So there is a few quests in here. So we have to collect the Fireflies, but we also actually have to kill a boss, which I think we're about to get to. The Den of Despair right there. I want to collect the Fireflies real quick, though. Then we're going to go back to the other area. I believe it's 7 Fireflies. So 5, 6. It should be right here. That should be 7. Need this for another quest. Okay, we're going to give them to Yina. So to 7. And then we go to the Queen of Despair. Ooh, that Shroud is doing so much damage. Jeez. There we go. So now we're going to go back to town. Why are they far away from us? Oh, it's part of the ascendancy as well. So they don't become attached to us, which is something I like. I'm just gonna play Tetris for a second because our inventory is pretty full. Because we have all these Fireflies. Let's see if this is any better. Strength now, that's great. It's giving us the extra fire res, and I can swap off that one. So right now our resistances are still pretty bad. Okay. So we need to fix. Oh, that bricked our character. Okay.
Greet.
So let's go ahead and get rid of some garbage. I probably don't need this many Quicksilver Flasks, but sometimes people buy Quicksilver Flasks earlier on for like 1 chaos. If they're doing something very specific, they want like a lower number on something. Do I have anything that's like more than 1 chaos? Because I'm almost going to lower the price. Okay. I have stuff for like 1 orb alchemy. This is worth 1. You can sell this for 1. Later, we're going to want to buy them. Alright, what is Stack Deck's going for? Not even 1 yet. These will eventually start selling for 1 chaos. I could just open it up. I'm going to open it up. I'll show you guys what they do. It gives you a random card. Some of the cards could be worth a lot, though. You never know. It's usually just better just to... I think it's better just to trade them, but... Get some extra life, and... Let's continue. So, we're going to go back to the northern forest. And now, instead of going to the left, we're going to go up to the top, because we already killed the Queen of Despair, and we got the Fireflies ready. That's what you do for that area. And then, what do we have for currency? We have 1 Chaos Orb. We can maybe get a 5 Link. It would be usually a pretty bad 5 Link, but... I really want to see if we can get one of those. We're pretty fast in this one. We're almost done with this act. But I don't know what determines if we find one of those bosses or not. But I'm pretty sure that's what we need to do now. Our next quest is to find 3 bosses. The diseased trees. That's what they're calling it. But we did see the NPC. I don't know if this is a timed thing. Oh, what's this? Is this... You're gonna summon a boss? It's just some more lore. Oh. Oh, got me excited. I thought it was gonna be one of the trees, because I'd find 3 of them, too. Okay, so that's the exit. I just got a bunch of currency, though. This it tells us kind of where the area is. wonder if the disease tree can still spawn in. Alright, here we go. Here's the campfire. The reason why I wanted to go back after is because we have a bunch of the currency. I want to see if we can buy something good from the NPC. Because we can buy the items and actually trade these items with other players. Which is great.
Hello.
Okay. So what do we have? We have critical strike against enemies. Oh, critical strike chance. Increased damage against enemies that are on low life, onslaught, and killing blow. Maybe that could be useful. I don't know. Okay, he wants. Oh, this guy wants to buy my instilling orb for 1 chaos orb, which is totally fine. Later, I'm going to actually want to buy those as well, but it's fine for now. So we're gonna go to our thing. We're gonna go trade to him. Okay, go to trade. There we go. Now I have 2 chaos orbs.
Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
And I don't know if this is worth anything. All damage can freeze. Ooh, that could be very useful. I don't know if it's worth anything. Instilling? Oh, is that the wrong one? Oh, here we go. It's the wrong one. There we go.
Greetings.
So sometimes if someone gives you the wrong item, like I accidentally gave him the wrong item. I don't think you can do /R. You have to do this. You could say thank you for the trade. Doesn't really matter though.
Can't see why I'd want to do that here.
But sometimes I feel bad if I don't say it back. Anyways, let's go ahead and this could be actually pretty useful because you get onslaught and freeze. I don't know. I think this one could easily be worth something. So I'm gonna put it in here, and if we get like 500 whispers in 1 second, then the item is listed too cheap. But do I need this item? I mean, the onslaught is pretty decent, and increased damage against this is a pretty solid one overall. But I don't know. There could be a really easy. It's really easy to get that item. I don't know. Oh, we were still like over here, right? Oh, we have to activate our buff again. Nope, it's already up. Oh, so this resets on area. That's kind of bad. I think that'd be bad. I don't know if it's better just to spend all the currency. Cause like, what else can you do with it? You might as well. But there could be a reason why we wouldn't.
I'm not up to that just yet.
So there's a locket that we're gonna get. It's almost like impossible to miss though, but there's an item that we do want to get here. It's the name of the quest is Kishara's Star. You can't miss it though. But it's somewhere in the causeway. Into the next zone. Just a little box you open up. Oh, there it is. So you just click on it, Kishara's lockbox. It's gonna give us a skill point. How's this game on controller support? I don't know, I haven't played this game on controller. Should we try it? Oh, it doesn't work. I think you have to go to options and change it in the settings or something, and then register as controller. But I have opened up div cards with controller. I'm sure it's fine though. I mean, Path of Exile, out of all the gaming companies, I want to say Path of Exile. I like them a lot. In terms of their testing, sometimes though, in terms of difficulty, that's the only area where I feel like sometimes it misses the mark. But overall, I couldn't tell you, sorry, to answer your question. But it is out on console as well. What does this thing actually do? Herald gems? But I'm sure they did a good job on it. Very rarely do I feel like Path of Exile or Grinding Gear Games has ever half-assed anything. Someone named League, except for Talisman League was pretty bad. But maybe other than that one. Also, the nerfs to Talisman was pretty sad because Talismans are basically these amulets that you can't really modify. Although now you can modify them, they've changed it, but They're just like amulets that would come out, and you just have to stick out with them, but you couldn't really modify them. And for one season, they were actually good. And then they nerfed them the next season. I was so disappointed. I still have like a really good one. So we use our Fireflies to actually open up this little web wall. Our little golem died here. Oh, you're welcome, Sonic. Yeah, this is the Mirage Archers. You can only get it with Deadeye, though. You can't get it with any other Ascendancy, to my knowledge. But maybe you can get like the Forbidden Flame and Flesh. I don't know if they're on that one. And that's like a way you can get different Ascendancies that your characters are supposed to like get. Which I think is a really cool idea. Like, Path of Exile comes up with some crazy ideas in this game. I love it. They have like the creative design that I really want to see in Diablo. Like where you like your character, like you remove item slots but you get some sort of huge bonus. Like one of them, like you can't run gloves and you get to like do an insane amount of damage with your fists. There's a lot of cool things that you can do in this game. Some of the builds are gimmicky, but overall I think it's a cool idea. Yeah, I don't know if I have to enable controller in like the menus. But I know it does work on PC. I've done it before. Okay, so we're just gonna keep on going down the Temple of Decay. Oh, we're coming up to a Delirium somewhere over here. Let's see what the rewards are. So these rewards can vary. The one that you're looking for is the guy with his head. It looks like a Chaos Orb. It's gold. And that's kind of like the maybe Big Bunny. Now level 58. Ooh, we're blazing. First day getting 58. Well, also like I was also streaming Diablo and playing Diablo earlier for the new content. It's not too bad progress for doing some like other things. It's gonna be a monk class in PoE, yes. There's like a gunner class, and there's a monk class. And they just announced WASD support for PoE 2. Alright, so I'm gonna watch the rewards once we're at max rewards, pretty much, which is fine. To go next. You can set up a hotkey for us. I haven't set it up. I totally should though, because I always end up just moving the mouse. And it's not as efficient. And this league mechanic is called Delirium, so that helps out. I'm pretty sure it's in the menus. I don't even know if we'll hit the 5 rewards on this one. There's 3 portal scrolls. I want it. Okay, so create a portal here. I'm gonna do this. Grab my loot, clear up the inventory. And I'll list this for 1 chaos. Ooh, we got 1 chaos orb. Nice. A 2 stone ring too. Nice. Let's see if this is any good. We got life. Ooh, and 2 resistances. But I don't think we can use it because we require like the strength from one of the things. So I could just sit there in my inventory for a second. We'll go ahead and actually list this item real quick. Most of the stuff, as you can see, we've only sold like 1 or 2 items. But it's okay. Sometimes it takes a really long time to sell an item. Someone was like waiting for that item for several days, and he finally gets to get that one item that he's been looking for. It's just more alterations. Okay, we can grab those. How many of these? 20 is 0.7. Okay, so 30 to 1 is about the ratio. All right, so we have what, 3 chaos orbs? We could definitely get some upgrades here. I don't know what I want yet. Definitely can use an upgrade in like almost every department except for maybe the bow. But we'll worry about that later. We're doing fine right now. I just want to come back to get the extra skill point from Whalem, from that lockbox.
If you're thinking about dying, trust old Whalem.
Okay. We can also get this. That's kind of nice. It gives you 10% increased movement speed if we haven't taken damage recently. Taken damage recently refers to the last 4 seconds. That's pretty good. You get avoid bleed, poison, impaled. But yeah, I want to grab that one. And then we're going to start getting spell suppression. What's our spell suppression right now? 34. So there's a bunch of spell suppression. Ideally, what we're going to try to get, let me like math it out. I don't know if any items have spell suppression. I just know that we have some spell suppression in some of these like nodes. But right now we have 34, right? I think that was the number. So we can check by opening up this, and we go to defense, and then we look at spell suppression. So not the damage prevention, but the chance. So we have 34. So we're going to do some math, some quick maths. So we have 34, and then I'm going to add this over here. We have 8, 8, 8. That's plus 24. And then I'm going to add the last one, which is, what, 15? So that's 73. And then if we get this node as well, it's... Oh, I think it might be over here. It's in one of, like, the evasion ones, where we can get another 15 if our helmet, body armor, gloves, and boots all have evasion. So if I get another 15 right there, we have 88. And then once I'm at 88, we can grab, there's another spell suppression here. There's also one that you get where your spell suppression is lucky, which means it rolls twice. So in theory, if you get 50% and it rolls twice, that it equals actually 75% chance. But it's better just to get 100%, so it always works. But over here, if we get, what does this give us? If we go maybe down this way, we get 1, 2. Or we could just get the 12. I mean, just getting that big node. If I grab all of these, we could get spell suppression maxed out. So that's one extra option. There's also, yeah, we can grab this if we want more movement speed. If we want more damage, though, like we can just type in the word bow, or we can type in elemental. So over here, getting crit multiplier is probably not going to be good yet. We'll eventually get that, but getting just flat up increased damage with bows, we can actually get the, let's see, increases and reduction to projectile speed is not bad, because there's some items that, like this, gives us 24% increased projectile speed, which would give us more damage. There's another few ones with projectiles, since this is a projectile that we're shooting out. You can also look at projectile if you want damage, but let's go ahead and now continue. Just want to get that skill point. Alright, so now we're going to go to Arcali's Web. This is the boss of this act over here. So the guy Silk over here, he actually summoned the spider. And he thinks the spider's going to work for him. So this boss has some like purple lasers. Don't stand in the lasers. So they give you a good amount of time. It's a very fair boss. There are some bosses in PoE which are actually kind of unfair, but this one's relatively fair. It's a pretty easy boss, too. Just don't get hit by the purple lasers. They hit hard. But the spider doesn't listen to him. Back to doing the lasers. And at some point we have leveled up the siege ballista, or the artillery ballista, to the point where it gives us 4 instead of 3, which was the previous max. So it is gone. And now we can go to the next zone. I'm reading all the chat's new subscriber. Sometimes though, I'll be in the middle of like a boss fight and I gotta pay attention, so sometimes it takes me a second to read all the chat. Hello, Nausea. How's the league start going? Oh, it's awesome, man. Well, I haven't gotten anything like super amazing, like in terms of a drop yet, but so far Asinus Mark is only like 2 chaos, which is like an item that like you legit cannot play without. It lets you teleport if you run Lightning Warp, which is what I plan to do. So if we run Lightning Warp with less duration support, which I have like the setup ready to go, we can actually get it because I have 3 chaos. So once we have that, I barely need to even look at the screen as far as like where I'm going. I just kind of just hold it down. And eventually, once we get Nimbus, which makes our projectiles shoot in random directions, and it makes them return to us, we can effectively barely look at the screen. Like every like 4 seconds, I just need to glance at it. And I don't have to aim. I get to just basically hold down teleport and play like Diablo 2 Sorceress teleport while shooting in every single direction. I'm surprised that it didn't get nerfed because they saw in Diablo 2. This is like, I think it's by Chris Wilson. He saw teleport in Diablo 2, and he's like, we're not gonna ever have that in our game. And if you do it the way I'm doing it, you have Diablo 2 teleport. It's so incredibly fast. But that is going to wrap up Act 7, Part 7 of our YouTube playthrough. We have Act 8, 9, 10. So we have 3 acts, and these ones are going to be even shorter. It gets shorter and shorter as you progress. But it was a good day 1 progression. But anyways, if you watch this on YouTube, drop a like on your way out. And Part 8 be up very soon.